Have you ever woken up in the morning with money on your mind? When you open your eyes, instead of feeling the peace of a new day, you are overwhelmed by constant worries such as rent, electricity, water, children's tuition, and countless expenses that make you struggle to measure every penny. Have you ever felt that no matter how hard you work overtime, or take on extra projects, money still flows through your fingers like water? At the end of each month, no matter how hard you try to save, you still have to manage every penny. And sometimes the money is barely even warm before it has to be paid out. There are times when you ask yourself, why do I work so hard but still can't escape poverty? The truth is, that question is not only yours. Millions of people around the world are facing the same situation. They are not lazy or incompetent. They're simply stuck in a financial loop that seems to have no way out, a loop that makes them feel inadequate no matter how much they work, and financial worries always cling to their daily lives. Nowadays, people talk a lot about financial freedom and passive income, concepts that sound very attractive and promising. However, few people show a specific path to get there. You are advised to invest, build a system, but few people show you where to start, especially when you do not have much capital or do not know how to operate. Therefore, many people get lost, confused, and end up standing still or even falling behind in the race to make money. So, do you want to know the secret that helps truly successful people overcome this loop? Do you want to have a clear financial map that helps you determine where you stand, what you're doing wrong, and what you need to do next to move towards true financial freedom? If the answer is yes, then this article is for you. Each of us, in life and work, needs a map to navigate. When entering the financial field, you also need a map to help you not get lost among the myriad of paths to make money, invest, and build a career. And that map is the Financial Freedom Matrix. This map is created by combining the two most classic models in the world of personal finance, the Cashflow Quadrant and the Income Pyramid. Each model brings a different perspective, but when combined, they form a comprehensive orientation system that helps you understand who you are in the money game and where you stand on your financial journey. Imagine you're on a mountain climbing journey. The Cashflow Quadrant tells you which climbing group you belong to, what your strengths and weaknesses are, and the Income Pyramid is the ladder that helps you know which step you are on and how you need to continue climbing to reach the top of financial freedom. The Income Pyramid divides society into 4 groups based on how they make money and manage their cash flow. The first group is employees, the second group is self-employed, then business owners with automated systems, and finally investors who use money to make money. The Income Pyramid paints a picture of 4 levels of income from manual labor, self-employment, building automated systems, and passive income from assets. Understanding your place in this matrix will help you avoid common mistakes and choose the right path to financial development. In the next section, we will learn more about each group in the Income Quadrant and what it means for your life and career. To understand your financial map, we first need to delve into the Cashflow Quadrant, a very famous model introduced by Robert Kiyosaki, author of the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. This model divides society into 4 groups of people based on how they earn money and operate their personal cash flow. The first group, called Group E, is the employees. This is the largest group in society. Office workers, factory workers, teachers, drivers, bank employees, and many others. The outstanding feature of this group is that they exchange time and labor for wages. You work and you have money, but when you stop, you run out of money. They have a certain stability, can have insurance, have a regular salary, but their income is limited by personal time. And what makes this group vulnerable is that when the company or workplace changes, they can lose their job, lose their source of income without having time to prepare. The second group is Group S, self-employed people. They do not work for anyone but have not really built system. They can be doctors who open their own clinics, independent lawyers, freelancers, electricians, or small shop owners. The characteristic of this group is that they still have to work directly to earn money. If they stop working, their income will stop. They can earn more than Group E, but are still bound by their work and personal labor. The mindset of this group is often, I don't want to work for others. I want to work for myself. The third group is called Group B, business owners who build systems. These are people who have stepped out of the cycle of exchanging time for money. They build businesses that can operate without them working directly every minute and second. restaurant owners with a team of employees, English center owners with teachers, people who create processes and technology to do the work for them. The outstanding feature of this group is that they do not need to be the best, but need to build the best system. Their mindset is, I do not work to live, I build a system for money to come automatically. Finally, there's Group I investors. They use money to generate money, investing in real estate, stocks, startups, digital assets, or other passive income channels. Investors no longer have to work directly. Money and assets operate and generate income for them. However, this group also carries high risks, requiring the right knowledge and strategy. Their mindset is, I make money work for me, instead of me working for money. Each group in the Golden Quadrant represents a different approach to money, with its own advantages and challenges. It is important that you identify exactly which group you belong to, so that you can build a suitable development plan and gradually change. Ask yourself, are you trading time for money, or are you building systems and assets to make money work for you? Are you stuck in the employee or self-employed category, or have you started to move into the business or investor category? Understanding this will help you avoid the common mistake that many people make, which is thinking that just making a lot of money will get them out of poverty, but not knowing how to create sustainable and passive income. If the income quad tells you who you are in the money game, the income pyramid will help you understand where you stand on the journey to building wealth and financial freedom. Imagine your income as a high-rise tower, each floor representing a different level of income and financial freedom. Which floor you are on will determine your ability to escape poverty, accumulate assets, and enjoy life. On the first floor, you are a direct worker, exchanging time and effort for money. This is the most crowded floor, including workers, office workers, drivers, shippers, people with stable income but can only earn money while working. You work to get money. When you stop, you lose money. This is the exhausting floor because you're limited by your health, time, and ability to endure work. Many people are stuck on this floor, despite trying hard but still cannot accumulate sustainable assets. Next is the second level, the level of self-employed and self-employed people. These can be small traders, freelancers, small shop owners, or independent workers. At this level, income has improved somewhat, but you still have to work hard, often directly participating in daily work. Although you can earn more money than at the first level, you are still completely dependent on your own labor. If you quit or have problems, your income will decrease or disappear completely. This level is also known as a good at the job but not good at the system, because you have not built a passive income foundation. At the third level, you have stepped into the level of system builders. You can own a business with a team of employees, a workflow, and technologies that support automated sales. You do not need to be there every minute of the day for the work to run, and the money still comes in. Here, you have begun to separate yourself from manual labor, from doer to builder. This is an important step that helps you have time and finances to develop a longer-term career. Finally, the fourth level, the level of passive income. This is the pinnacle of the financial journey. At this level, you no longer need to work much or directly operate the system because you already have assets, sources of income that automatically generate profits, such as rental real estate, online channels like YouTube, books, courses, stock investment, cryptocurrencies. Cash flow still flows into your account even when you rest, travel, or do what you love. This level is rarely achieved, but it is the ultimate goal of the journey to financial freedom. Moving from one level to another is not easy and cannot be skipped. You need to gradually build a foundation, accumulate experience, knowledge, and most importantly, change your mindset. Knowing which level you are on will help you orient yourself better. Know which skills to focus on developing, creating additional cash flow, or building automated systems. Always remember, each level has its own value, and no level is absolutely bad or good. It is important that you do not stop at the lower levels where you have to trade time for money. Set firm goals step by step to climb to the higher levels where you can have time and financial freedom. If the income quad tells you who you are in the money game, the income pyramid will help you understand where you stand on the journey to building wealth and financial freedom. Imagine your income as a high-rise tower, each floor representing a different level of income and financial freedom. Which floor you are on will determine your ability to escape poverty, accumulate assets, and enjoy life. On the first floor, you are a direct worker, exchanging time and effort for money. This is the most crowded floor, including workers, office workers, drivers, shippers, people with stable income but can only earn money while working. You work to get money. When you stop, you lose money. This is the exhausting floor because you're limited by your health, time, and ability to endure work. Many people are stuck on this floor, despite trying hard, but still cannot accumulate sustainable assets. Next is the second level, the level of self-employed and self-employed people. These can be small traders, freelancers, small shop owners, or independent workers. At this level, income has improved somewhat, but you still have to work hard, often directly participating in daily work. Although you can earn more money than at the first level, you are still completely dependent on your own labor. If you quit or have problems, your income will decrease or disappear completely. This level is also known as a good at the job, but not good at the system, because you have not built a passive income foundation. At the third level, you have stepped into the level of system builders. You can own a business with a team of employees, a workflow, and technologies that support automated sales. You do not need to be there every minute of the day for the work to run, and the money still comes in. Here, you've begun to separate yourself from manual labor, from doer to builder. This is an important step that helps you have time and finances to develop a longer-term career. Finally, the fourth level, the level of passive income. This is the pinnacle of the financial journey. At this level, you no longer need to work much or directly operate the system because you already have assets, sources of income that automatically generate profits, such as rental real estate, online channels like YouTube, books, courses, stock investment, cryptocurrencies. Cash flow still flows into your account even when you rest, travel, or do what you love. This level is rarely achieved, but it is the ultimate goal of the journey to financial freedom. Moving from one level to another is not easy and cannot be skipped. You need to gradually build a foundation, accumulate experience, knowledge, and most importantly, change your mindset. Knowing which level you are on will help you orient yourself better. Know which skills to focus on developing, creating additional cash flow, or building automated systems. Always remember, each level has its own value, and no level is absolutely bad or good. It is important that you do not stop at the lower levels where you have to trade time for money. Set firm goals step by step to climb to the higher levels where you can have time and financial freedom. In life, there are many people like you, yearning for financial freedom but not knowing where to start. To help you visualize the path and financial map more clearly, I want to tell you 4 true stories of people who have used the financial freedom matrix to change their destiny. Story 1, James, from warehouse worker to passive income owner. James is a warehouse worker in the suburbs of London. His salary is just enough to cover the life of his small family, wife, and children. An accident forced James to take a long time off work. With no income, the financial pressure piled up. But James did not give up. He and his wife started to try making handmade herbal tea, selling it at local markets. At first, it was just a few small bottles, but James persevered, learned how to package it, and promoted it on social media. After a few months, they hired more delivery people, built a professional packaging process. James also created instructional videos and started selling digital products. A year later, the income from digital products helped James no longer depend on manual labor and become more financially free. James went through the transformation steps, from Group E employees, standing on the first level of the income pyramid, gradually moving up to Group S, then to Group B with a small system, and finally towards Group I, digital asset investors and passive income on the 4th level. Story 2, Sarah, the baker who knows how to let go to succeed. Sarah owns a small bakery in London. For 10 years, she did everything herself, from kneading dough, baking bread, to selling. She worked continuously, never taking a day off, because taking a day off means losing customers, losing money. Once she fell, had to take a few days off, and customers immediately decreased. Realizing that she was stuck, Sarah decided to create a standard process, hire help, and instruct technical staff to bake cakes accurately. She makes videos sharing recipes and techniques, then sells online courses and ebooks. Her income now no longer depends on direct labor, but on knowledge assets that are replicated and shared. Sarah moved from the S group, self-employed, standing at the second level of the income pyramid, to the B group, and finally towards the I group when digital assets helped her earn passive income at the fourth level. Story 3. Mark, the owner of a milk tea chain, and the disillusionment with the system. Mark used to own a chain of 8 milk tea shops in central London with a revenue of hundreds of thousands of pounds per month. However, he still had to directly manage each employee, check the quality of the products every day. The COVID-19 pandemic broke out, causing the shops to close, Mark's source of income to almost disappear. He was forced to close many branches and spend time relearning how to build an automated operating system. Mark started developing an online training channel, building a tighter management process, creating passive income from knowledge and community. Mark has gradually transformed from groupie business owners with a dependent system to become a knowledge investor, building passive assets. Story 4. David, a broke investor, and the journey to start over. David, a construction engineer in Manchester, had saved a decent amount of money to invest in stocks and cryptocurrencies. But lacking knowledge and strategy, he lost everything in less than a year. Waking up from failure, David started to relearn finance, build a blog to share experiences, and a YouTube channel to guide smart and safe investment. He switched from emotional investment to strategic and sustainable investment. David now has a stable passive income from online courses, creating a strong learning community. These stories are not about superheroes, but about ordinary people just like you, who knew exactly where they were and dared to make changes step by step. They used the financial freedom matrix to map out a clear path and walk confidently on their financial journey. Which story do you find most relatable? Are you ready to embark on this journey? Through the stories of James, Sarah, Mark, and David, we realize some profound lessons and practical advice for anyone who wants to conquer financial freedom. First of all, high income does not mean financial freedom. There are many people who earn hundreds of millions each month, but still cannot escape financial pressure because they have not built an operating system or a source of passive income. Income that depends entirely on personal labor is still very easy to be interrupted by health time or unexpected events. Next, being your own boss does not mean freedom if you do not know how to separate yourself from all daily work. Self-employed people like Sarah or business owners like Mark, if they still have to intervene in every small detail, still strained to do all the work, are not truly financially free. They are being imprisoned in the system they created. Besides, temporary success is not equal to sustainable success. We can see that Mark once owned a large chain of stores but went bankrupt. David invested all his money. James and Sarah both had to go through difficult times to stand firm. Sustainable success comes from a right mindset, persistent learning, and building a long-term system. Another important point is to know where you are and where you want to go. Many people fail because they do not clearly define their current financial position in the Cashflow Quadrant and income pyramid. This is like entering a financial maze without a compass, without a map. You can easily get lost, get caught up in ineffective things, or repeat the same old mistakes. Besides, changing your mindset from working for someone to building a system and creating assets is a decisive turning point. You need to switch from exchanging time for money to money working for you. That is the only way to create a passive income stream, have time freedom, and escape from daily financial worries. Ultimately, the financial journey is a long process that requires persistence and effort step by step. There is no magic bullet or get-rich-quick formula. Truly successful people build from small bricks, step by step, always learning and adjusting their strategies accordingly. Advice for you: start by clearly identifying your position in the financial freedom matrix. Which group are you in? Which level of the income pyramid are you on? Don't be afraid to start small, such as creating additional streams of income, building a workflow, or learning about investing and personal finance. Always keep a progressive mindset and be persistent. See each failure as a valuable lesson on the road to financial freedom. Find and build systems. Create products and assets that can generate profits even when you are not working directly. Always improve your knowledge and skills in financial management. strategic investment, and risk control. You have a financial map and valuable lessons in hand. The remaining journey is to decide to take the next step and constantly strive to make your dreams come true. After understanding the financial freedom matrix and the lessons from those who have gone before, it is time for you to have a specific action plan to gradually change your financial situation. First step, determine your current position. Be brave to look straight at your financial reality. Who are you in the cash flow quadrant? Are you an employee E who is exchanging time for money? Or are you already a self-employed person S with income dependent on labor? Or have you started building a system B? Or are you investing I? In addition, determine which level of the income pyramid you are standing on. Do you only have income when working, or do you have additional streams of income? Have you built an operating system yet? Or do you have passive income from assets? Knowing your current position will help you avoid confusion and orient your next steps. Step 2. Move up the ladder, don't skip. Financial freedom doesn't come by magic. You don't have to quit your job to become rich instantly. Instead, build up your side income streams, create small systems, and gradually build up your passive assets. If you're an employee, start with side jobs. If you're self-employed, build processes. Train replacements to move up to the business owner group. If you're already a business owner, separate yourself from the day-to-day operations to develop investments and assets. Step by step, you'll climb the financial ladder steadily and steadily. Step 3. Follow the core principle. Cash flow must be automatic and investing must be well understood. There's no financial freedom if cash flow only comes when you work. Build an automated operating system, a standard workflow, so that money still flows and even when you're not there. At the same time, when investing, make sure you understand the tools you put money into, control the risks, and have a long-term strategy. Don't invest emotionally or follow the crowd without knowledge. Step 4. Take advantage of existing resources. You don't need to wait until you have a lot of money to start. Use your skills, experience, network, and time to create products, services, or operating processes. For example, you can create ebooks, courses, handmade products, or simply a small online sales model. From there, build a foundation, then expand the scale. The final step, progress every day. No need to be perfect, just better than yesterday. The financial journey is a long process, requiring perseverance and changing little by little. You don't need to become great immediately, nor do you need to go far in one go. The important thing is that every day you progress more than yesterday, step by step improving yourself, perfecting your system, and growing your income stream. These 5 steps are the compass that helps you turn the financial freedom matrix from theory into practical action, getting closer to a life of financial and time freedom. We have been on a long journey together, exploring the financial freedom matrix, a comprehensive map that helps you understand who you are, where you stand, and which direction you need to go on the path to wealth and true freedom. Through the stories of ordinary people like James, Sarah, Mark, and David, you have seen that no one was born rich or successful. They were also confused and stumbled, but thanks to the right map and perseverance, they changed their lives. The most important thing you need to remember is that financial freedom is not a quick destination, but a long journey with steady steps every day. Don't let yourself be swept away by the illusion of getting rich quick, but build a foundation from yourself, your system, and your assets. Start by identifying your exact position in the financial freedom matrix. Then gradually move yourself to the higher levels of the income pyramid. Be patient, learn, apply, and constantly adjust your strategy. You may not be the best or the richest, but you could be the one who knows where you are and dares to act to change. That is the greatest power leading to sustainable success. And now, the question for you is, are you ready to continue on the path to financial freedom? Will you choose to stop or continue so that your life becomes better every day? If the answer is yes, take action today. No need to wait for perfect conditions. No need to wait for a lot of money, because every small step you take today will make a big difference in the future. If you find this video or article useful, don't forget to save it, share it so that more people know about it, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the next valuable content. Thank you for taking the time to join me on this journey through the financial freedom matrix. I hope that from today on, you will have more strength and confidence to make your dream of financial freedom come true. See you in the next videos and articles.